Welcome and happy Poetry Month, everyone. I am Laura DeFranco, the CEO of Brave Healer Productions, where we have a mission to wake the world up to what's possible for healing, one brave word at a time. And I also happen to be the lead author of 100 Poems and Possibilities for Healing, thank you, Richard, where I gathered 30 of my fellow poets and asked them to share their brave words and poetry. This was such a phenomenal project. We're celebrating all month with all of our authors, and Richard Bredesen is here to help me do just that. Welcome, Richard.
Thanks, Laura. It's good to see you.
So, first of all, thanks for being here and sharing today. Really sharing one of my biggest passions. You guys, Richard Bredesen is a healer and technology expert. And together with his wife, Rosemary, provides spiritual services through their Church of a New Alliance, a nonprofit organization. And of course, I have him hooked up with that website down below so you can explore later on. But for now, let's get right to it. I would love it if you would read your poem for us today. What is this one called, Richard?
The one I chose for today is called A Speculation on Perfection.
Okay, the
And
mic is all yours. Go ahead.
I'd like to dedicate the reading to David Daniels. He's passed on, but he was one of my esteemed Enneagram teachers. And the first line of the poem comes from a direct question he asked of me during one of our oral tradition sessions on learning the Enneagram.
Beautiful.
So here's a speculation on perfection. Someone once asked me, what if the world is perfect, just the way it is? Pause, breathe. What if? Cosmologists say we are in a perfect state of balance for consciousness to rise and recognize self, light. Pause, breathe. What if? A trillion neutrinos hit every second. A trillion stars pulse in Andromeda. 3 trillion trees support the earth. Pause, breathe. What if? 100 trillion synapses in the human brain awaken connections across the universe, flash to awareness. Pause, breathe. What if? Light and dark in balance, perfection, love and consciousness, awake and aware. 100 billion humans passing this way. Pause, breathe. What if? Imagine perfection. I know you can. This is our universe, filled with light and love. We made this through our connections. Pause, breathe. What if?
I love it so much. A trillion stars. You had me at a trillion stars. I
Mm,
have the visual. Of course, that's actually our book as well, you guys. We've got the midnight sky with the trillion stars.
right.
Um, Beautiful. You know, the most important thing I want people to know about the why behind poetry for me is that it helped me connect with this deeper place beyond the rules of writing. It felt like an expression of soul. And I feel that in all you authors' contributions to this book. I feel your poem today, which makes it so, so brilliant. Tell me a little bit more about the why behind your poetry. Of course, today's was specifically inspired by your person, but what else do you want people to know about your poetry?
One of the reasons I write anything, including poetry, is as a self-exploration. I get things out of me. I dredge things up from below and bring them out and discover something new every time I write. And so in a part, it's self-exploration. But why do I explore myself? Well, the reason I explore myself is to better share myself. And that's my ultimate goal. And that's why the title of my whole chapter in the book is um, about sharing in community. The exact title is a healing journey through community. And so we start with ourselves, of course. Everything starts with self, but then out of ourself and our own exploration, we are able to better share within community.
Agree, 100%. I love that. Community has been everything for me. So, you guys, in this book, 100 Poems and Possibilities for Healing, each poet author included a prompt for you guys, for our readers to enjoy. So, if you don't already have your notebook and pen, you might pause this video and go grab those right now because I'm going to ask Richard to read his prompt from the book. Are you ready for that, Richard?
I am.
Okay.
Mine is very simple and very short. It's simply, where have you found your healing community? Or it could be multiple communities. In my case, it certainly is multiple communities.
I love it. I love the simple prompts as well. And I will say to our listeners and anyone who's using a prompt for writing, um, there's really no such thing as writer's block around here. Just take the breath. You heard it in Richard's poem throughout the entire poem. Allow yourself to take the breath, connect, and then just write what is moving through, right? So it's your turn, you guys. Take some time to write on this prompt today and just see what moves through you. I'm inviting everybody today, if you have a poem that you want to share here on this podcast or on our Warrior Love Poetry Facebook page, reach out to me. I've got some information down below about that. Richard, thank you so much for what you do in the world. Thanks for being here today to help me celebrate.
Thank you for having me. It's been a fun as always. You're a joy to work with.
Thank you. All right, you guys. So check out this book here. This is so much more than a book of poems, y'all. It's a generous community. I love that Richard and I are talking about community today. It's a
Mm.
generous community of amazing people waiting for you to reach out. Please drop down under the video where I have our guest today, Richard Bredesen, hooked up with his website. You can explore everything that he is up to. Grab your copy of the book as well if you're ready. I've got the info down below. Maybe you are ready to share your poetry or other brave words with the world in a bigger way. We are accepting applications for that next volume of 100 poems and possibilities for healing. And so you're going to find the info about that below as well. And remember, everyone, your words change the world when you're brave enough to share them. So it is time to be brave. See you next time, everyone.
Thank you, Laura.